Welcome along to another opposition preview, the show that gives you a lowdown on Saints' next opponents. And it was only a few weeks ago now that we took a hammering on Boxing Day that ruined our Christmas. Now we look ahead to once again another potential hammering at St Mary's this time on Sunday as Tottenham make their return visit to play Saints. So with us to tell us about Spurs once again, Sim's got his brother Ben alongside him this time, our boys from the We Are Tottenham TV. Good to see you boys, how you doing?
Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. Yeah, and better than some.
So since we last spoke, then you're still banging the goals. Kane got a hat-trick on the day on Boxing Day. He scored 2 against Everton last week. He's always on a bit of a hot streak when he tends to play Saints. But it's not been all Kane though recently, has it? It's been Eriksen, it's been Son, it's been Dele Alli, all back in the goals recently.
Yeah, I think our attack, especially in recent weeks, has been bang on form, except for like maybe the West Ham game where we had an off night in front of goal. But
it's all about Sonny. Sonny's been the revelation at the moment. He's absolutely banging in the goals, banging in the assists. He's unplayable at the moment.
Yeah, so our forward players are lethal at the moment. So it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a real serious display if you're going to stop them, especially Sonny, who's just on fire at the moment, getting goals and assists every game.
Yeah, and it was a real team effort last week against Everton. The videos doing the rounds on the social media, on Twitter, all over Facebook. Every single one of the players had a touch in the build-up to that goal, for the Eriksen goal against Everton. Do you think we'll see more of the same thing on Sunday? Do you think Spurs will run rings about Saints once again?
I wouldn't be surprised. I've got a feeling that they're going to keep kind of the same lineup as unchanged side, and I think we can really take it to you on Sunday.
Yeah, recently Southampton have a very good record against Spurs, so I can really see you guys, especially the form you guys are in. I can see you guys struggling, but you had a decent first half against Watford, so you can I guess get some encouragement from that. But I don't know. I can see it being a long day on Sunday, but we'll see.
It could be a long night, 4 o'clock kickoff on Sunday evening. But I've been looking into some of the reports recently, and you know, I read that Pochettino's taking the boys away to Barcelona. Good to see that some of the squads have got the luxury of doing that, just to pop away to Spain for a few days. But why do you think the squad have benefited from this trip to Barcelona this week?
They actually go every year, and every year they kind of seem to benefit. I remember last season they came back firing after they went to Barcelona. We always have a kind of like slow start to the season, and then kind of January we just kind of put the gas on and then just start steamrolling teams.
There's a lot of videos going on the rounds of social media of all the team together on Barcelona. Everyone seems to be so close together. We have such a tight bond at Spurs, and we've got such a team spirit. It's one of the vital things that Pochettino has developed at Spurs, just that unity, that family feel. And I think this yearly Barcelona trip clearly adds to that.
Yeah, sounds typical that some of these sides go away, get these team bonding exercises all together and smash 4 or 5 against us.
Yeah, it looks likely at the moment. But listen, you never know. With Southampton, they've always against the big teams. A lot of the time, they can sit back and they used to. I mean, I don't know about this season. They used to have a pretty solid defensive unit.
Well, look what they had a great game against City.
Yeah, they've very nearly got a point against Arsenal. They drew, and they should have won that game in all honesty against Arsenal. So you know, you can't take any game for granted. But I think Spurs are just, especially since we've played City, I think we've just been on bang on form, and it's going to be a real effort. So if Southampton going to get anything out of this game, it's going to take a real solid defensive effort, for sure.
Yeah, I would certainly hope so. You know, you've mentioned performances against Watford, against Man City, but we've been failing to see those games off. But interestingly, I picked up again another story from Sky Sports this week. They've highlighted a key battle in midfield: Dusan Tadic versus Eric Dyer. Tadic scored in the meeting at Boxing Day, made an effort, being a creative force. What do you make of these reports? Are there any others that you might fear on Sunday?
Well, there's people like Nathan Redmond, who I don't know if he's getting in the side at the moment, but he's always been a tricky player who I've seen. Shane Long, he's had long goal droughts, but you can always turn it on in these games. I remember, what was it, last season, or might be 2 years ago now, he ripped Arsenal apart when he won 4-0. So and sometimes with pacing behind, we can sometimes get caught, so it's always a worry. But other than that, I don't know. I'm struggling to think of players from Southampton who are really going to hurt us. Ward-Prowse scored twice, didn't he, against Watford?
He had a great game actually, Ward-Prowse.
Yeah, he's a nice cultural midfielder. He's got a good set piece. He's got a nice pass in him. But I think it's going to be a backs against the wall stuff. Southampton, really. It's going to be really. I can really see you guys putting 11 men behind the ball and just trying to contain us.
If they can keep it tight, they've always got a chance.
Yeah, that's the truth. If we can keep it, especially Spurs, if we don't score in the first half, we're always likely to get frustrated. It's happened many times. If we haven't won this season when we haven't scored the first goal. So if you get the opening goal this season, judging on the season, you're very likely to get a result.
Spurs have nothing to fear at the moment. So the only thing that really you can do against us, I think, is keep it tight, keep 11 men behind the ball, and just hope you get the first goal kind of thing.
Well, yeah, we've seen it so many times this season. Saints have scored the first goal, but failed to capitalise on it. But there is a reason why Tottenham go into the game as hot favourites. Boys, wrap it up for us. What's your score prediction each?
I'm going 3-0 Spurs.
3-0 dominant. I'll go 4-1 like last season.
4-1.
Yeah, 4-1. But this season I have Virgil van Dijk to score like he did last season, unfortunately.
Well, they've gone for 3 clear goals each. There's probably a reason for that. I'm not holding out too much hope for Saints, but excellent stuff, boys. Remember to go ahead and check out We Are Tottenham TV. The links will be up in the cards and in the screens and on the links in the description. And I'm sure we'll try and find some time after the game on Sunday to catch up. Sim, Ben, big thanks for joining us, fellas.
Yeah, cheers.
Thanks for having us on.
Nice one. Cheers.
And go ahead and leave us your predictions for Sunday's game in below. Leave us your likes, your comments, and subscribe for more.